Hi guys, welcome to the Moonlight Magic Tarot page. This is a general pick a card reading for the month of May 2021 and what blessings it was going to bring in various spheres of our life. So I have pre-shuffled for each deck for each group. I've pre-shuffled some tarot cards and oracle cards which I have not yet seen, but we'll get into that in a bit. So how this would work is that you could close your eyes and just or pause this video if needed and really focus on which of these crystals or groups really call out to you. Group number one is this white agate stone. For group two, I've intuitively picked up this green aventurine stone. For group three, we have this really powerful tiger's eye stone. And if you were drawn to group 4, this is the tree agate stone. So you can check out the timestamps in the description box if you would like to skip ahead to your group, or we can just start with the group 1. Hi group 1. So for those of you who picked up this really pretty white agate stone, this is your reading for the month of May 2021. I can already see that a lot of you who are watching this right now and who selected this particular pile, y'all are going through a major transformation if y'all haven't already recently been through one transformation in your life right now. Even though this is a reading for May 2021, I'm seeing this to be a theme that is going to really impact your future going ahead and for the better. I'm seeing a lot of you really crave, or those who are craving for a certain sense of peace and stability in their lives. It is going to come. This is a confirmation from your angels that this is going to come to you very soon. For some of you, I'm seeing that you are already on your path towards finding an inner balance and inner stability and letting go. And spirit wants you to know that that is a wonderful process and a wonderful decision that you've made for yourself, and to continue going on the path no matter what happens, no matter who says anything, because that is going to ultimately lead you to this inner stable peace that you want so badly, that in your life you want that it's going to happen only through your efforts, and it is going to come, and you will get a lot of help from your angels in this process. So the first card is the card, Major Arcana card that I pulled from the Sacred Indian Tarot deck, which is the Wheel of Fortune. This is going to be the dominating energy for this month for you. Now, this Wheel of Fortune really confirms that transformation cycle in your life, which if it hasn't been there, it is going to come. Now, for a lot of you, this is also a lot of luck in terms of abundance, especially if you have been facing a lot of issues, or even growing up had a lack of material wealth in that sense. So this is now that the time where things are finally turning in your favor, especially if you've been looking towards a career change, or even starting a new job, or looking at applying to places, or waiting for a call back from some of those places that you really want to work with. This is going to happen in this month. For a lot of you, there's also, I'm seeing this to be a karmic connection, that your angels have seen all the struggles, all the hard work that you've put in, all the efforts that you've put in your relationship. Now is the time that you're finally being rewarded. That feeling that you might have felt or been struggling with, that it's always you who is giving but you never get anything in return, or if anybody even sees the struggles or the pain that you've been through, it has not gone unnoticed. Now you will be receiving these blessings in, like a flow of abundance, like a whole river full of abundance is coming your way in overall all your aspects in life. Now, for a lot of you, I'm also seeing, for some of you, this is not a majority, but some of you are tapping into this reading, There's also a shift coming for you in terms of your physical environment. It could be some of you moving to a new place or getting an opportunity in terms of professionally to take up a job, a very good offer coming in for you from another city. And if you've been really thinking about, or doubting whether you should make the move or not, so this is definitely something that you should really consider because it would work in your favor in the long term. Now going to your tarot cards. So the first card is the Six of Spheres, the Seven of Spheres, sorry. This is the equivalent of the Seven of Pentacles in the Rider-Waite deck. The next card is the Astronomer, or the equivalent of the Queen of Pentacles. Then we have the Four of Sun, or the equivalent of Four of Wands. The next card is the Cardinal of Star, or this is the Knight of Swords in the Rider-Waite. Then further we have the cards influencing your chart this month is the Seven of Wands, the Emperor card, which is a major arcana card, the Postulon of Star, or the Page of Swords, and the Four of Swords. So right off the bat, we have this month starting off for you on a very good note because things are coming to you in terms of especially wealth and career. As I said that, for those who are looking at, new jobs or new opportunities, you will finally start reaping benefits. You will have sudden financial gains or improvement even in social status this beginning of the month. And it's going to be very good to even apply to a lot of places if that is what you've been looking at, or even starting up a business. This is a wonderful period for you because this time will work out in your favor. You will be more enthusiastic or energetically charged, and creatively too you will find a lot of things, ideas really coming out for you. So this is a very good time for you, and even partnerships or even talking to your team members or groups for those who are employed, that this is going to even bring maybe some kind of promotion or increment. I know it might be delay, some of you might even doubt it. I'm saying that with the current pandemic, but there is going to be some gain for you definitely this month. This will spill over to the second week of the month, and the first half of the month is really driven by more of your career than it being really to do with any other relationships or any personal kind of love or family. This is more, I'm saying that your finances, your career, and material wealth really being a focus point for some of you, for really that the ones who might be shifting this month. There is a certain small number that I'm seeing for y'all. Y'all might have some sort of inheritance really coming your way. So this month is really going to bring you that stability in terms of even home, not just in terms of bank balance. And even the stability would be in terms of finding a position where you're really happy with the work you do. It's not going to be just something that you're doing for the sake of it. This is something that I see that you're really being happy and passionate about. This is going to be a time for you where you will start to be more thankful, more creative. You might even have suggestions coming in from some friends about some ideas or certain places, or even some recommendations coming for you which will help you really see things from a different perspective. If there is something you are really scared about, since it might be an unconventional idea, definitely go forward with it, because it may seem unconventional right now, but as we have seen the last year, that things are really changing at a rapid pace, and things are so uncertain that it may just work out beautifully for you and even help a larger number of people. Now, as the month progresses towards the end, the second half more like, there is a stability, a reunion of sorts also coming in for a few of you. Some of you might have some kind of get together celebrations coming in where you will spend more time with near and dear ones. For a select few of you, I also see marriage or talks of marriage really happening, or even meeting someone who you ultimately get married to. But definitely, this month is towards the second half of the month, your personal life again will become your focus area after the stretch of balancing out your career and material gain. But here's the thing for you to know that, especially with this period, who you meet, yes, definitely, if you meet somebody, especially in terms of love, go forward with that person, because that person might just be someone long term who would be in your life. If not marriage, but a long term relationship. But for you, what is important to know is not to get carried away or get swayed by just, sweet talks, or, just be, it's not like, like in that phase of taking impulsive decisions, be it in terms of even either breaking up with someone, also for certain people who are watching this, but even in terms of fixing a marriage, it's not a no for you, but when and how is something that you need to really weigh and think about. Like, it is good for some of you, it is also, I'm seeing that you're all really being, really brave about some, or determined about taking certain decisions, but spirit wants you to know that straight up hold your horses, that things need to be taken into account from an emotional perspective as well as a practical perspective. So it's good to be determined, it's good to take charge, but you need to realize that whatever actions you take do impact your life in ways that you might not even think, or you might not even imagine. So be patient, take a step back if needed. Especially in terms of people who are, going through relationship issues. Again, this card for you is to know that, impulsive decisions, because some of you might get into petty arguments during this period, and it is important to know that, the struggles and these petty arguments are not worth putting your time and energy into. Focus on your communication, and there will be a lot of discussions, fruitful discussions, and even something new you might discover about each other. Even for those who are single, this month will bring some kind of, clarity in terms of romantic relationships, especially those who've been struggling with, finding a right partner or finding loyal partner and have had trust issues. This month is going to bring you a lot of clarity, a lot of good discussions with someone who you're prospectively even talking about or thinking about more like. And definitely in terms of, your this month again reiterates a certain stability again coming into your life with this Emperor card, that you will have a stable ground to work with, clarity of discussion, clarity of thoughts. But you need to know that it's not always great to have just a practical approach. So even though you might have faced troubles, but don't let it make you into somebody who shuts off their emotional or feminine side completely. Be in touch with both your feminine and masculine sides. Be practical as well as emotional, especially in regards to, even your finances. One might say that, finances need to be something which are more practical, and these decisions need to be taken after much practical and clear thoughts and research. But there are certain things which your finances that you really build are for your personal gains, for your personal life, for your family members, and giving them a stable life. So sometimes taking a little bit of an emotional approach is going to help, but definitely this month is going to bring you a very, very good, favorable time for your finances and building a stable foundation. If you are starting out or you're at that stage where you're just starting out with saving or making any kind of investments, or even the thought of even just starting to save up for the future. So this month is going to bring you that foundation if it hasn't already, and for those who are already past that foundation space, this month will bring you certain gains, will bring you new opportunities to just build on that. In terms of your health this month, with this card, your health is going to remain a little bit of like a question mark at the start of the month, in terms of like you need to be careful. For a lot of you, this is the message that you really need to be careful, and you might be in a phase where you might have recovered and might be feeling okay, you're immune to certain things, or now you're healthy. Don't be too overconfident, but definitely whatever that you've been, if there are long-term illnesses, things will start to improve for you, and you will start being more active and agile towards the end of the month. So even if you need to relax and be relaxed a bit about your health, it is only with the second half of the month. The first half, you really need to be careful about what you have, where you go, whom you meet. Ideally try avoiding meeting a lot of people, especially if you're feeling weak. For some of you, I'm also seeing for some of you, y'all might have some physical injuries, like either maybe a fracture or a cut or something like that, or even a major sprain. This month definitely you will start healing. If you've been feeling that your healing has been slow, we've been collectively in a phase where things have been at a stagnant energy. Healing is something that uh, has been a major focus point for a lot of people, since a lot of people have been facing that. Suddenly they've been their body has been acting up in ways that it never did. With migraines, people who never got migraines might be getting migraines, or feeling weak, or feeling like there's some sort of vitamin deficiency. But definitely this month towards the end, you will start to see the results come in. So post that, but nothing major. Is good news is that there's nothing major that I see for most of y'all. Overall, there's a lot of blessings really coming for you. I'm seeing, especially with this, how great is this? Even though it's the Four of Swords, usually has to do with more of hibernation, relaxation, even though those messages are coming, but there's definitely luck is on your side. This is the symbol for Jupiter, which influences your luck. So starting with the Wheel of Fortune and ending with this symbol, this is just so amazing for you. There's a lot of abundance, a lot of balance really coming for you this month. So this is something that the good news is it will remain for a long time for you. So it starts in May in a big way, but you will definitely start to see a lot of blessings really come from above for you. So take it easy, take rest, and stop worrying about things, because now finally things are going to look up for you. Now to end your reading, we have these two oracle cards. So the first is Air Magic, and the second is Prayers and Wishes, which is so wonderful, since Air Magic and with Prayers and Wishes feel that things are coming, things that you've really prayed for, things that you've spoken. For a lot of you, I'm seeing you all have not really realized. Some of you might be definitely, I'm seeing journaling or doing manifestation, law of attraction practices. But for a lot of you, you all have been praying and really asking for signs. For some of you, you all might even see birds, either an eagle or an owl, during this time, which is a confirmation for you from the universe that it has your back. But definitely with these, I'm seeing that you all have really not even realized, for a lot of you, that you all have spoken this reality, this abundance. You all have spoken it through your words, through your constant thoughts, your struggles during that phase. Certain things that you've said are now coming into reality, that you actually literally spelled it out in that sense. So, and definitely for you, even going ahead, for law of attraction, and journaling especially is going to really help you find that balance, even let out your emotions and even manifest a lot. But your prayers and wishes are finally coming to fruition, and things are going to look up for you on a very, very, very positive note this month. So that's your reading, group 1. Do let me know in the comments if this resonated with you. Thank you. Hi, group 2. Those who chose this green aventurine stone, this is your reading for the month of May 2021. So to start off, I'm sensing this energy of trying to manifest a lot of luck, and some of you might have been really lucky with getting away with a lot of things. It might sound bad, but that's the truth for some of you. Not all of you, but some of you. I do see you all really, looking at different ways to make money, especially even manifest a lot of luck and prosperity, which is, I do see things coming for you, but there is definitely a lot of focus on material that I do see for this group. So let's get into what the cards have to say for you. So this is the first card from the Sacred Indian Tarot, which is going to really rule or influence your month in in all of the aspects, you could say. So the card is the Devil card, which is going to really is the major message for you. This I am, as I'm tapping into this energy, I'm seeing this more of being a message than really a theme for you, group 2. So as I said, that with this material wealth that I sense, for a lot of you, y'all are really caught up in a lot of material or surface level things. For some of you, I do see it not just being, influenced by materialistic things or being influenced. Some of you might be influenced by a lot of substances. I do see some of y'all even, drinking too much, and spirit wants you to know that that's not really good for you, especially in terms of your health. But definitely with this energy that I'm really seeing, and the messages that I'm hearing are that this month for you, like, it's not just something about this month, but for most of you, y'all are struggling with some kind of, blocks or some kind of, negative situation around you, that y'all are like, the prisoners of some kind of situation. Some of you, just a few number, I do see y'all being in toxic relationships. So this is a message coming for you that you need to really reflect on your life, reflect on your decisions, reflect on your needs and wants and your future, to see that where exactly is your life heading, where do you want it to head, and really free yourself from these burdens. So to understand a bit more, let's pull out the tarot cards for you. So the first card we have is the Four of Swords. The next we have the Judgment card. Third card we have is the Six of Wands. And then we have the Three of Swords. Next, so we have, especially influencing your love life or your romantic relationships or that aspect of your life, is the Five of Cups. And we have the Seven of Cups, the Eight of Swords. Especially I'm seeing a lot of health related issues. I'll get into that in a bit. And finally the Queen of Pentacles. So to start off with this energy in the start of the month, especially I'm seeing, as I said with this, that some of y'all might be going through a very difficult time, or be prisoners to certain kind of thought processes, maybe certain toxic relationships, or even just focusing on building material things in your life. So this month is needed for you. You might feel at the beginning of the month, you might even feel alone. You might feel tired. I'm seeing a lot of you really feeling tired and even isolating for a few of you. I'm seeing somebody who's tapping into this. I am seeing probably some of them might be even dealing with COVID right now, have a case around them and maybe isolating. Definitely, if that's not, but it is recommended for you that this message is strongly coming that this month completely try to avoid meeting people as much as possible, because you might be affected or someone really close to you might be affected. But regardless, definitely there's an energy of being alone and reflecting, and it is really important for you, and spirit is really encouraging you to reflect on your life during the start of the month. Some of you might who have already, I'm seeing a small handful already starting to be conflicted by their inner conscious and their external circumstances. But definitely seriously take this up as a confirmation to reflect and take some time out and contemplate. Some of you might even feel that y'all don't have people understanding you, or things, nobody is seeing things from your perspective or respecting your wishes. But this is really for you, especially in terms of those who are facing relationship issues. But this is important for you to know that a lot of it you don't realize is something internally, that you are projecting your internal fears. And for those who are staying in toxic relationships, I am saying, like, there's somebody also who's watching this probably go through a breakup or even a divorce really coming for them. So this is to know that it's not always the other person. Not to say that you are the one to be blamed, but you it's not always necessary to stay. You always have the option to build your life separately on your own, and to know that the spirit also wants you to know that you're never alone. The universe, your angels, your ancestors also have your back. I'm seeing this energy even spill over towards the first half of the month, especially being dominated by this contemplating, taking decisions during this time. Some of you might even take major decisions, but finally there is going to be an outcome coming in for you. You will definitely reach in the first half itself to a decision to change your life. This is going to be a major decision. For a lot of you, this will be guided by your ancestors, actually, more than even your angels. Even though your angels are supporting you, but for a lot of you, this is going to be your ancestors looking out for you, and blessing you with that strength to come to that decision. There is going to be an outcome which is going to be of a more karmic kind. So if you have done good deeds, rest assured that yes, you will have a good outcome. Things will look up for you, and you will get the strength to improve your life and take charge. And as the second half of the month starts, I'm seeing a lot of you even find that, hope, some good news, and even recognition coming. For those especially looking at career, who are facing career or financial troubles, this is a confirmation for you that after the second half of the month, things will start to look up for you. But definitely you will have some good news, some recognition. You will even whatever efforts, for some of you may even seeing you're doing some courses, or you might have done some courses recently. This will definitely help you out to get a certain job and even start up your own thing. Even looking at doing courses simultaneously, more courses is going to just help you get better and better results. But as the month comes to an end, again I'm seeing this start of the month, this energy of bitterness or even feeling frustrated come in, especially, as I said, for those who are facing relationship troubles of separation. This is more than singles. I do see some singles also. If you are not in a relationship, you might be feeling lonely towards this time, but this energy is more coming for those who are in a committed relationship, about feeling bitter more than it being. The rest of y'all might feel again, betrayed by something, but know that the good things that have come, focus on that. Don't let this emotional upheaval get in your way. You need to start taking charge of your life, and you are going to be guided towards a better future. Definitely, people, even across realms, spirits have your back. They are cheering you on, they are making way for you. So just trust the timing. Maybe you might have to wait a little for some of you to get exactly what you're dreaming of, but definitely this month you will start to see the beginning of that new chapter, especially career wise for you all. But don't let things, don't let this heartbreak, don't let, this feeling of, anguish or even depression for a lot of y'all. I'm seeing that also for a lot of y'all, especially this to do with mental health and emotional health issues. Don't let this really stop your progress. This has to be a conscious effort, and if needed, you need to really reach out to people. You need to reach out to the right people, professionals maybe, and get the help you need. And even again, with this Five of Cups, as I see with especially love life, that y'all are focusing more, y'all will lose some things during this month. But know that not all is lost. You have the means, you have the bridge, you have the road to walk away with dignity. And even if you are looking at making your relationship work, or even finding love for that matter, you are going to be able to find it eventually. So don't focus on your issues. I'm seeing for a lot of you, especially those who are looking at love, or even not looking at, those who are not in relationships right now. I'm seeing a lot of you still holding on to past hurt, past pain, feeling disappointed, feeling trust issues. I'm seeing for a lot of you, some of you might have been formerly in toxic relationships and toxic patterns that are still to this day affecting your present. But you need to know that not all was lost. It is okay to choose the wrong person. It was okay to make mistakes. It was okay if you hurt someone unintentionally. If you've been feeling, for some of you, feeling bad about something you did in the past that messed up the relationship, let it go. Ask for forgiveness, not to the person maybe directly. That is not something that is advised for you all to reach out, but to the universe, that hopefully that person gets the strength to one day forgive and move on, if especially if they've been hurt by something you've done. But know that things are looking good for you in the future. So now is the time to start consciously healing yourself. And again, as in terms of your finances, this month brings you a lot of options to make a lot of money. So this month it is good for you. It is advised that rather than focusing on this hurt, focusing on your relationships, rather turning all the energy towards, your career, towards making your wealth, making your legacy, creating a legacy, especially for those who are in creative fields, especially, in building something, marketing also for some of you, but especially for those who are into extremely, artistic fields. For y'all especially, y'all will have a lot of talent. As I see, y'all have a lot of options. Some of you might be even confused and be, those people who want to do multiple things at the same time. But take a step, take a pause, maybe dabble into everything a little by little, but make a decision this month, which I do see you ultimately making it this month. But yes, you have multiple sources of income, so focus your, harness this hurt, harness this energy into your professional, and let that motivate you. But at the same time, also know that don't let it, be something that you just ignore your health, because with this Eight of Swords energy, I am seeing, especially for a lot of you, being a victim of your own mind. I'm seeing a lot of anxiety and depression and mental health issues, especially. So, you really need to push yourself to take charge, to do a lot of things on your own, to, you need to now it is high time that you take charge of your life. It is easier said than done. So definitely, if you need, please do take help from the right professionals. Talk to people around you, but know that you have the chance to remove the blinds on your own and not be tied up to your own mind. Don't let your mind control you. Focus on your career this month. It will bring you a lot of good things. It will bring you good feeling of accomplishment as well. But don't even ignore your health. Make it a priority, especially your mental and emotional health, because for a lot of you, those who are especially facing issues, in their joints or body aches, that is more to do with your emotional health. Once that starts to improve, you will definitely see an improvement and a complete recovery in all of these pains. So do take this advice from spirit seriously, and definitely it's going to improve your life in this month. This is not going to be something that is a huge process. You'll have the power within you to take charge, to really improve and get better fast. You will get, once as soon as you reach out, you will definitely get you know uh, that kind of support that you really need, that support which you didn't even expect come in, which will really help you. And that inner strength also within you is there, that will help you improve your life. There is a lot of blessings coming for you this month. Know that even those who are even looking at building their wealth, you will definitely get a chance to build it honestly, and you will even use a lot of your creative skills. Especially, I'm seeing a lot of you becoming entrepreneurs. Then ultimately, even those who are currently doing a job or looking at jobs, yes, that will happen, but ultimately you will be your own boss, and you will have something that you've built, a legacy of your own. And even in terms of your health, I do see that you will have somebody around you, someone who's more maternal, or is a more nurturing person around you, who is going to definitely help you. So if you have somebody in your friend circle who is like that, or in your family, or even for that matter, even those who don't have that but will reach out to somebody, reaching out to a woman or somebody who is more in touch with their feminine side, will help you heal, and you will make a recovery. So don't worry, even if you're going through a difficult time, that it is going to get better. It's not just something to say, but it's a definite confirmation that it is going to get better, and that too soon. So let's see what the oracle cards have to say for you. So this is chain cleansing body and spirit, and the next message for you is to learn from life. So this is definitely something so in line with all the messages from the tarot. So definitely you need that rest. You need to cleanse, not in the meaning of maybe even a bath for some of you, visualize that negative energy, that pain, that hurt releasing from your body. But for some of you, even right now, maybe for a lot of you, you all might be in places where spas and, recreation centers would be closed. But to indulge in activities that help you relax, maybe watch a nice movie, and just order in food maybe, and spend time alone doing things that you like, or even talking to friends online, and learn from these mistakes that you made, or the mistakes others made that impacted your life. So these are some things that are learnings for you, that will help you balance out your karmic patterns as well, because a lot of this was also karmic pain because of your past life that spilled over, your past life action. So now learn from these things and just focus on doing good and becoming a stronger and emerging as a stronger person. And definitely, once you start to reflect it from a different perspective, you will see that you have grown, and you need to give yourself more credit than what you really believe in. So yeah, that was your reading, group 2. and I hope that resonated or helped you. Do let me know in the comments. Thank you. Hi group 3. So those of you who chose this really powerful tiger's eye crystal, this is your reading for the month of May 2021. So as I'm tapping into your energy, I am sensing that a lot of you are warriors. I'm sensing straight up warrior energy coming in from this group. There's a lot of similar energy from like as with group 2. So if you've been really torn between group 2 and group 3, so probably you could even look at the reading for group 2, because there are definitely going to be some messages that might be there for you in that reading as well. But definitely, yeah, this group also just very similar to group 2, the energy that I'm picking up on. So this group also has been through, a lot. I'm seeing a lot of struggle. But the only difference I'm seeing is that this group is already, on their path towards building a stronger self. And the thing is, even, the most interesting thing is when, as I was pulling the cards for you, the other groups had just like 2 oracle cards which came out, but for you all, we have 5 oracle cards. So this group definitely is not somebody who I can sense a lot of people, for almost all of you who are watching this reading for group 3 and those who chose group 3, you all are definitely not people that the world needs to take lightly, which I mean it in a very good way. So this group is somebody who is very determined, who has come from a place of struggle but knows their worth today, which is something so beautiful, because that is one of the most amazing parts of any transformation, to know your self-worth and emerge a stronger person and really focus on healing in such a proactive way. So let's get into your messages that the cards have. So the first is the Sacred Indian Tarot deck. So I pulled out one card for you, which will give us more clarity on what would be the driving theme influencing your May 2021. So, wow, this is the Empress card, which is such a powerful card. So, straight up, like for all of you who tapped into this reading for this group, there is definitely this sense of empowerment which is here. Y'all are more in tune with that feminine side of you, which is not just emotional but even strong. It is that goddess energy is coming, whether you're a male, whether whatever gender you identify with, or even don't want to identify with for that matter, but this is somebody you have that goddess warrior energy, definitely. And there is a lot of abundance that I am seeing for you, this group come in. This is finally that abundance which you have created on your own. For a certain number of you tapping in, I also see new beginnings coming in this month. It could be a new home for a lot of you, new place in terms of within the same city also, for that matter. I'm seeing, or even other city, but I'm seeing material wealth really come in every sense. And for a lot of you, there is also this, new, the renewed energy coming in your relationships. For those who are trying to have a baby, this month could bring good news for you. And for others, I'm also seeing there are some of you tapping into this who've been facing menstrual health issues, or someone close to you is impacted by menstrual health issues that is a cause of worry. So this month is going to bring you better health also in that sense. And if you have been facing, especially for those with PCOS, I'm hearing with PCOS or hormonal issues on that sense, and you who have, issues in delayed periods or irregular periods, this month you will see the cycle flow really, your health getting better. With a lot of you, I'm seeing changes in diet that you all are making and taking your health seriously, and you will start to see results almost immediately for you. This is not, something that for most of us, when we try dieting or we try exercising, we usually have, like results coming after a certain number of, but for you it's going to be like instant almost, it is definitely you're on the right track. Your health also, if you've been facing any health issues recently you faced, this month is going to definitely bring you much better health. And even those, if you have, any mother figure or your mother who's really been, in a situation where our health has been impacted, this month you will start to see clarity and respite in their health as well. So, but just take care of them and ensure that your diet, your food, and even your water is, you're mindful about what you intake and what you put into your body. Especially, it is important for this group to drink a lot of boiled water, no matter where you are, to really boil the water and filter it. Even if you may have the best of, water purifiers or filters in your home, but to go the old school way and really boil it is going to really help you better your health. And even skincare issues, if skincare and hair issues, if that is what you're also facing with, boiling water, drinking boiled water is going to really help you better your health in that front as well. So let's get into the tarot. So yeah, just like group 2, the energy that I sense, this group also has the Four of Swords in the same position. So let's see the other cards. It is the Major Arcana, the Moon card. Then we have the Two of Pentacles, the Ten of Wands. Then we have the Page of Swords impacting your love life, the Nine of Pentacles impacting your finances, the Queen of Cups for your health, and lastly the messages from the Emperor, which is so beautiful since we started off with the Empress for this reading, and the last tarot card is the Emperor, which is just so amazing. Like, what are the odds? And yeah, the start of this month, I am seeing a lot of you really, resting, maybe even isolating yourselves. But with this group, I'm not sensing it to be something very, on a more heavier side. It is a little heavy in nature, but this is something that you all might prefer. You all might start the month on a more, self-reflective mode, which is something which is really good for you as well, because you will also start to see a lot of things, in a different way. I'm seeing a shift in perspective come in. However, there is a message for just a certain number. If there's somebody in this reading, tapping into this reading, if you all have somebody who's very senior in your family and somebody who's in the hospital currently, this start of the month is a little bit of a trying period for you, where you might just receive message that some news from the hospital that you might not be ready to hear. So that is something that you need to, but know that, whatever happens, if that does happen and the person does move on to another realm, that it is for the better of that person. It is to stop the suffering. But this is just for a select few, especially those, if you have someone elderly battling some serious issue right now, on, especially in a critical health stage. But know that that was the best thing for them, and at least they did not suffer. But yeah, for the rest of you, it is more of, a period of testing in the beginning of the month, taking things easy also, and just focusing more on having mental clarity. You all may not really start your exercise in the start of the month, but I'm seeing for a lot of you all starting out with a game plan, even in terms of your health in this starting of the month. As the month progresses, the first half of the month does bring certain, emotional imbalances. There are some hidden energies and deception, but I'm seeing a lot of you all might even be lucid dreaming during this period. A lot of y'all might be influenced very strongly by the moon's energies. So if that is something that you haven't noticed, definitely do keep the moon's cycle in a record of it, and even maintain that how you react to it and how you work with it, and work with the energies of the moon, because that will really bring a lot of emotional balance for you. And for this group, I'm seeing this emotional balance come in the way that it is going to help you in your communication on the more practical side. It's going to work together with it. There is a dual energy for this, but it is not usually. This does have in traditionally does have a more negative connotation, but for this I'm not really seeing it to be more negative. Yes, there's a little bit of deceptive energy, things not being clear, more of not coming to the front, but you will eventually by tapping into your intuition, you will get answers. Do take a note of whatever dreams you've been getting, because for a lot of you, I do see y'all are very intuitive as people, and during this month your psychic abilities would be more heightened. Some of you might be into divination practices like energy healing or even tarot for that matter. So this month really will heighten your abilities to a much higher level. So do make note of your dreams, do make note of your unconscious urges, your any messages, signs around you, because these will bring you answers. Your subconscious will bring you the answers that you want. As the month, towards the second half of the month, there is this energy of having being burdened by some things, especially trying to balance out a lot of things at one time, because you will be taking on a lot of things and feeling really charged up also for that matter, and inspired to take on a lot and think that you can handle it. But do make sure that to know that we are all humans, so there is a limit to what we can really physically handle, especially. So on the physical front, you might have a lot of things, a lot of time to juggle, and even give time to your career, give time to your personal life. Even you might even face some blocks, but I do see you adapting to it, and you will have this. Some of you might even have thoughts of investing your money, probably, and seeing how you can manage your finances better. So this period is good to think about it rather than act upon it this month. But yes, do if that is something on your mind, this month is more for researching on how you can grow your money, what are the funds or schemes or something that you can invest in. But do maintain a balance in what you take on, but because that will create a burden for you, that will create unnecessary hurdles. But I do see whatever conflicts that you've been facing with recently coming to an end finally. So there is, it might feel like a long road, but as I said, this group is, this group is full of those warriors. So y'all are not somebody who quit, despite, even if you might have thoughts about, quitting things or quitting projects or, certain things. This is not a group that will act upon it. You have the strength, and that is something really commendable, to go forward and take on your issues head on. So definitely continue with that energy. You have the strength to also reflect that not everything that you're really balancing or focusing or prioritizing needs to be on your priority list. So do see certain things, certain burdens can be eliminated. So reflect on that, and really know that push ahead as you're going, because there is definitely success at the end of the tunnel for you, and a satisfactory success at that. In terms of your love life, I am seeing for those in relationships, conflicts due to unnecessary arguments and certain communication gap coming in. So that is something that you need to focus on, that you don't get into petty arguments or flare up on the littlest of things, especially at the start of the month. with you being in a more self-reflective zone, if your partner says something or even does something that you may not like, don't snap or don't just be impulsive about it, because it will just lead to unnecessary petty fights. However, nothing major coming for you in terms of anything negative happening. It's just you need to make sure that those communication gaps and those petty fights don't happen, because you will end up regretting it once you're in a much better place. For those who are looking for love this month, know that you are you really, the question that I'm hearing spirit say, that are you honestly making those efforts? Because you might feel that you are really, trying to find love or trying to find a certain partner, but are you really looking at the right places? And are you really making the kind of efforts which are needed at the right time, at the right place? So you need to definitely make more efforts. Uh, and for you financially, but this month brings you a lot of good news. A lot of good things are coming for you. Finally, you will reap all your benefits that you've put in your hard work. For a lot of you, this might be an increment coming in, or a step up in position. Or if you've been feeling insecure about your job, this month you will feel more secure. If you have your own business too, that is also going to start bringing you more profits. But I do see for a lot of you, this also your social status really being impacted by your finances. So whatever it is that is going to happen is going to improve your social status, so that means your lifestyle is going to get an upgrade, definitely from this month. And for some of you, for select few, I'm also seeing that you might just purchase a property or start the process of purchasing a property this month. In terms of your health, again, it's going to be good. There is support around you, and you have people around you who are going to care for you if you are feeling down or if you're feeling low. If you've recently faced some health concern, know that that is gone beyond, that is the past. Now your health is on a better track. But again, yes, that message is definitely coming, that about, see where your water comes from, and definitely boil your water. And the blessings overall with the Emperor card is bringing you stability and security, especially materialistically. This group is going to do really well in May 2021. So whatever, if it's whether it's a new job or a new opportunity in your workplace, or a new project coming in, or building your product base, if you're in your business on that side, clients, you will gain this month from whichever way it will come. That is not going to be your concern, so don't even think about it. Just be ready to receive this abundance and the stability coming for you. And yes, definitely some of you are going to, this month, a lot of you in my this reading for May 2021, it's really surprising and really nice to see that a lot of you all are going to look at moving or have an upgrade in your life, in your environment around you. So there is going to be security accomplishments coming, and I do see you this month being in balance with your divine feminine and your divine masculine side. So there is going to be a much more balanced approach that I see for this group. Now with your oracle cards to end your reading, the messages are change and progress, meditation for creativity, give in to passion, inspiration and courage, and tears of joy and sadness. So as I said, this group has been through a lot. This just reconfirms that in the past, you all might even be facing certain, issues, but it's not just going to be now struggle. You will have joyful moments come in. So this group, I see a lot of strength coming in for you. Definitely focus on creative outlets and creative processes, to express yourself, maybe paint or music. But that will give you a sense of clarity, that will help you even for those who are into making products or manufacturing in that segment, manufacturing any kind of product. And even in those in the music industry, or even influencers, or looking at becoming influencers, tap into various resources that are at your disposal. Maybe get creative even with resources if you don't have right now means to get supplies, because a lot of places are shut down. So do get creative, because that might also help you. I'm seeing this help you generate more income. Then even it will give you that satisfaction personally, yes, but it will help you even generate income. So that income is connected with your creativity. And of course, with this change and progress, there is progress, change, which is coming for the better. There is a much better transformation, and you're finally moving to better things in life. So that was your reading, group 3. I hope this resonated with you, and you can let me know in the comments about how you found this reading. Thank you. Hi, group 4. So those of you who chose this crystal, the tree agate, this is your reading for the month of May 2021. For this group, the energy that as I'm tapping into, I'm seeing that there's a lot of unique blessings really coming your way this month. Like, I'm seeing for a lot of you a different approach come in, and a lot of things happening in various, like in your various aspects. It might seem that they are very contradictory as well, but there's just something very unique really coming for you. I'm also sensing that a lot of y'all have been facing issues in finding a certain kind of mental balance, peace. Some of you might be dealing with anxiety, especially I'm tapping into it being more to do with external circumstances in the present than to be something very deep rooted. But for some of you, there's also, but I'm saying, inner child, which is a select few. For majority, this is something to do with recent events happening and something that we're all collectively going through. But for some, there is definitely some inner child, healing to do. So let's get into your tarot. So this is the Sacred Indian Tarot card that I pulled on, which is mainly, the main energy to know what could impact your May 2021. So straight up with the Tower card, there is, as I said, a lot of contradictory things that are going to happen. So this confirms that you might have a sudden, shift in perspective, because some things will happen, but this will be an uncomfortable change. So spirit wants you to know that things might get uncomfortable for a bit during this month, but hang in there, because definitely your perspectives towards life, your situations as well, even some of you, your people around you, things around you might shift in such a drastic way that it might take a while for you to just grasp about what is happening, but it's something that is going to be in your favor. So this change is happening for the better, because it will bring a sense of clarity at the end. So it's going to be a storm which will ultimately bring a rainbow. So let's look at your tarot messages. So we have the King of Pentacles, we have the Nine of Cups, we have the Two of Pentacles, and we have the Eight of Cups. Then impacting your love life, we have the Knight of Cups, we have the Hermit card impacting your finances, we have the Death card impacting your health, and ultimately the main message concluding is the Four of Cups. So to start off, this I see for this group financially, things definitely being, on a good note for you. You might have some sort of, with the King of Pentacles energy, that you might have the stability come in, like social status also. You might, at the start of the month, I'm seeing this group really, for most of y'all, even though career is your focus, it is to do in relation to, bringing stability to your family. So I'm seeing this, this group being really family centric, or a family could be even for a lot of your people who you're involved with romantically, or even your friends for that matter. But just the need to provide things to those who you consider as your family, or even the world at large. So the sense of community, the sense of traditional values are definitely coming in for this group at the start of the month. As in terms of your finances, definitely things are looking on the upward for you, especially in the first half of the month. If you've been really practicing law of attraction, you will start to see results. If not, definitely get into law of attraction practices, because that will help you just better on attract things more faster this month. Like, compared to other people, you might see that this month your energies are and your vibrations are going to be at the level that you will attract things at a much faster and much easier pace. You will start to even see, this month I'm seeing the start of the month, you being more confident about your skills, knowing what you bring to the table, especially in terms of your career. At your workplace, and even potential employers or clients, what you're worth, what you're going to bring in. And it is something that even others are definitely seeing. Others are definitely observing your achievements, and your efforts are going to be rewarded in the first half. However, as the second half of the month, there's going to be some sort of things for you that you need to start prioritizing. This might be certain event, major event. I'm seeing this happen during the second half, or towards the mid, which leaning towards the second half of the month coming in, which might require you to suddenly shift your priorities, whatever schedule. If you're into creating schedules for yourself and sticking to that, it's just going to go, you can be assured that it's just going to go out haywire. A lot of your schedule would go out of the window, maybe. Just have, like, like this tower, just like a burning tower, suddenly things falling apart. This might be during this part of the month that you will see certain plans that you would have really conceptualized and visualized might not go through in the way that you hope. There is going to be some sort of disappointment, and this disappointment energy spills over to the last part of the month. But I do see this certain event that is going to take place is going to be a major transformative, where I do see you walking away. Like, it's not going to be a lot of times we do have circumstances which force us to take a different direction. This is going to be a direction that you take for yourself. You will not be forced. Yes, this situation will be out of your control, that will shift your perspective. The shift in perspective is really coming towards the end of the month. Your perspective, your certain things that you believed in would shift. So I do see, for most of you, really looking at, especially during the last moon cycle during the month, a major event really taking place. And I do see y'all at that time going into a more self introspective mode, because, and it is necessary for you as well, because your perspectives, your beliefs, your values, systems, things that you had planned, even your future goals will shift due to that major event. And this period of disappointment and exhaustion will lead to a phase that you go into the shell of feeling lonely, looking for the truth, because certain truths would come to, you will be forced to face certain bitter truths. You might even face a period during this, like a short brief moment where you might be like, what is even the real, what is even, what should I even believe in. But self introspection will help you. And I do see a lot of y'all, this at the start of the month, you're focused on, you started out with, those kind of, values, or, focusing on building wealth, especially, and your skills and that confidence. Your perspective on wealth is definitely going to shift. And it is confirmed with this finances that, I'm sorry, I'm just skipping this card. I'll come back to this, your love life. But in terms of finances, especially, I do see y'all, you know, really this event might bring to the fact that money isn't everything. That you would have heard that, oh, money doesn't buy happiness, but for you this is going to really hit home, hit hard, that statement during this month. After that major event which is going to happen, it will be an uncomfortable event taking place which is going to shift your perspective. This might be something to do what happens in your family around you, or something on a global level that is going to really impact you, with something to do with a more human aspect. That is going to be a major event, not something in your career. This is going to be something personal. So this is going to definitely shift your focus on from building material wealth to knowing that what is really true wealth. A lot of you might turn on a more spiritual path this month and really let go of your original goals and plans, especially those who are looking at settling down in big swanky homes, or if your goals were to buy a big home or a big plush bungalow or something like that. You will definitely, this month I'm seeing that you would definitely try to look at something beyond just the physical. You will realize the value of you know the importance of finding that emotional and spiritual fulfillment and peace. And for a lot of you, you might just even switch your goals and your future path to become more in tune and connect more with nature. Some of you might even this month take a decision that in future would result in you staying in a more secluded area somewhere, like somewhere where you're more connected to the earth element, you're more connected to earth and the different beings on earth. Some of you might even take up farming for that matter. In terms of even your romantic life, but this goal, this future, you will definitely share this new future with somebody who does share certain spiritual beliefs. And this month you will get some kind of proposal or deeper commitment coming in your relationships. But something good is definitely coming for you, whether you're single or in a relationship. So that is something that you need to know, because that, especially those in relationships, you will find a lot of support this month from your partner. And those who are single, if you're already in talks with someone, expect them to propose, or even you might just suddenly meet someone who will really propose you. Things will move really fast, at a really fast pace than you had expected. In terms of your health, um, don't be scared by the death card. I don't see really anybody, like, I'm not being able to tap into it, death really meaning to be death. But of course, there's going to be a transformation. You might start opting for, if you're taking treatment, if you've been really, uh, a believer of modern science and modern medicine, you might just start shifting to alternate. I'm seeing health wise, and it will really even help you to shift to more traditional and ancient methods, and more oriental or ayurvedic medicines, maybe energy healing. Getting into energy healing is something that will impact your health in a much positive way, as compared to taking the conventional route. And definitely I do see those who are struggling with some ailment already, or somebody close to them, taking a different approach or a new mode of treatment is recommended, because that will help you, or help the person heal really faster. And to conclude the tarot messages, so what is this month again, what is like, coming for you? Blessings. In terms of blessings, the main message is for you that blessings are coming for you all around. Even the uncomfortable situations are blessings in disguise. So don't refuse these blessings, because things are coming, as if almost a divine hand intervening in your case to bring you some respite and to bring you something faster, even in terms of, that situation that, as I mentioned, that, you would be going through. So don't focus on what is going wrong. Be open, be calm, and really be open to signs, to help, to synchronicities, and even just opportunities also coming your way, because there are going to be a lot of blessings coming in disguise. So you need to really be alert to identify them so that you don't miss out on these opportunities and don't end up unknowingly refusing these blessings. But definitely a lot of blessings coming for you. So finally, to conclude your reading, these are the oracle messages which came out. Again, similar to group 3, a lot of cards did come out for you. So the first is transformation and change, which is so in tune with the Tower card that we pulled out first. That there is transformation and change coming for you. Definitely, like it's just no other, it's just the text that really need to focus on. Transformation and change is coming, and it's coming for the better. It will be an uncomfortable change, but you need to just hang in there. The next message is meditation for peace and serenity. So definitely, meditating with the intention of, finding answers, or self reflect, and really focusing on, what exactly need to be your priorities in the long term, will help you get through this event faster and help you bring a lot more clarity. For those who have a pet, especially a dog, just spending time with your dog is really going to help you. The next message for you is plant the seeds. And the last final message is rebirth and regeneration. So we started out with transformation and change, that this change coming through. So you really need to meditate. You really need to focus on being calm and being alert to these blessings which are going to come, which are going to help you get through this process faster. And this what will come in this time, this situation is going to be the foundation for a completely new life, especially followed by this rebirth and regeneration. You will definitely have a new life coming in. You will have a new shift in perspective, which is going to be something for the better. It's going to be such a beautiful rebirth, and rebirth in a more symbolic way than a physical rebirth, obviously. But and definitely also, as I mentioned, that a lot of you might just shift your focus from this material wealth and, having swanky cars, or, your conventional luxury lifestyle, to focusing on the real luxuries and focusing on working with the Mother Earth and getting into farming and gardening. And that is something that will bring you a lot of joy and will bring you a much better and happier life. So that's it. That was your reading, group 4. Do let me know if this resonated with you, and feel free to comment how you found the reading, or if you have any other suggestions and recommendations. Thank you.